Video, we're going to do some further revision for Monday's test. The first question we're asked here is to work out the mean from the frequency table. So we are given, if I were to take this data out of the table, right, we'd have the value of 2 coming up 3 times, right, because it has frequency 3. So it would be like 2, 2, 2. The value 3 would come up 5 times. 4 would come up 6 times. And 5 would come up twice. To work out the mean, we would have to add all of these values up and then divide by how many there were. But that would take quite a long time. The easier thing to do is instead to multiply each value by the frequency. So I can say value times frequency in this column that I've drawn to the right, which won't usually be drawn for you. You're going to have to draw it yourselves. So I need to do 2 times 3, which is 6. 3 times 5 is 15. 4 times 6, 24. 5 times 2 is 10. And then what I would need to do is add up these values, because if I add these values up, 6, 15, 24, and 10, right, I get 30, 40, I get 55. Now that is exactly the same as what we would get if we added up all of those numbers that I just took from the table. I'll just prove that to you. So I'm adding up all of the numbers as carefully as I can that I took from the table. And if I do that, I get 55, which is exactly what I just worked out. Now, the number of values that I took from the table is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. But that is identical to the total frequency from the table. 5 plus 3 is 8, plus 2 is 10, plus 6 is 16. Therefore, to work out the mean, I just need to do 55 divided by 16. That will give me the mean from the frequency table. Oh, excuse me, that should be about 3 point something. 3.4375, and that is my answer. You could probably give it to one decimal place and be safe, 3.4. We're now going to look at another question involving the mean average, which is reverse mean. We are given a list of numbers, 4, 5, 3, and 8. A fifth number is going to be added to this list of numbers. The new mean is bigger than the old mean by 1, and we want to know what value was added. The first thing I'm going to do, which will be worth a good 2 marks, is work out the old mean. That is the mean of the 4 original numbers. To do this, I add up the 4 numbers. 4 add 5 add 3 add 8. That is 9, 12, that's 20. And then I need to divide that by how many numbers there were. There were 4 numbers. 20 divided by 4, that's 5. So the mean of those numbers is 5. Now, I need to work out what the new mean is. Well, the new mean is bigger than the old mean by 1. So I can say straight away that the new mean is 5 plus 1, which is just 6. So far, so good. Now, I want to know what value was added. So I need to know if I have 5 numbers, 4, 5, 3, 8, and then the unknown number that I've added, what must that number be to make the new mean 6? Well, I need to know what the numbers added up to, which is the sum of the numbers. The sum of the numbers is going to be working backwards. Now, to work out the mean, we add and then divide. So to work out what the numbers add up to, I need to take the mean, which is 6, and multiply, opposite of divide, by how many numbers there were. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers when I include the one I don't know. 6 times 5 is 30. So these numbers here add up to 30. So to work out the missing number, I add up the numbers I know, and these add up to 20, and then I subtract from 30, giving me an answer of 10. So that is what the missing number must be. So the missing number is 10. Here's a question for you to try. Please pause the video now and have a go at it. It is quite tricky, but see how far you can get. See if you can work out the old mean. See if you can work out what the new mean is. Can you then work out what the new numbers need to add up to? And can you then work out what the missing number has to be? Please pause the video now and have a go, and when you're ready for the answer, press play. Here is the answer. So the old mean is going to be 3 add 7 add 2 add 4. Right, that is going to be 10, 12, 16. So I need to do 16 divided by 4 because there are 4 numbers, giving me an answer of 4. That's the old mean. The new mean is larger by 1. So the new mean is going to be 5. To work out what the new set of numbers, which is 3, 7, 2, 4, and then an unknown number, to find out what they add up to, the sum, I need to do the new mean, which is 5, multiplied by how many numbers there are, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, giving me 25. To work out the missing value, I add up the numbers that I know, 3, 7, 2, and 4, which is 16, and I subtract that from 25, which will give me 9. So that means the new number added was 9. We're now going to look at some basic profit and loss questions. John buys a computer for £200 and sells it for 20% profit. How much did he sell it for? Well, what I need to do for this question is calculate 20% of 200 and then realize because John is selling at a profit, he must have sold it for more than what he bought it for. In fact, it's 20% more. So firstly, to work out 20% of 200, I need to do 0.2, that's 20%, and multiply it by 200. This will give me 40. If I use a calculator, I'll get 40. So to work out how much he had to sell it for, I need to do 200 plus 40, which is £240. Because then the original cost to him was £200, and 240 take away 200 is 40, which is his profit. So my answer is £240. Here's a question for you to try. Ron bought a car for £2,000 and then sold it for 12% profit. We want to work out how much he sold it for. Please pause the video now and have a go at it, and when you're ready for the answer, press play. Here is the answer. I'm going to work out 12% of £2,000, which is 0.12 multiplied by 2,000, which is going to be 240. Because Ron is selling at a profit, I need to add this to 2,000 to work out the price that he must have sold the car for, which is £2,240. Finally, let's revisit compound depreciation. I buy a car for £8,000 and it depreciates in value by 15% per year. How much is it worth after 3 years? To do this, I'm firstly going to work out how much the car is worth at the end of the first year, which is going to be 15% less than £8,000. So I work out 15% of 8,000 by doing 0.15 times 8,000. This will give me, just check that, that gives me £1,200. I need to subtract this from 8,000, which will give me £6,800. So after 1 year, that is how much the car is worth, £6,800. At the end of the second year, 15% is taken off, but it will be taken off £6,800. So I need to work out 15% of £6,800. Which is £1,020. And then I need to subtract this from £6,800. So that's going to be £5,780. That's how much the car is worth after 2 years. Finally, at the end of the third year, the car is going to be worth, or the car will depreciate by 0.15 times 5,780, which is £867. I subtract that from 5,780, which is £4,913, and that is what the car is worth after 3 years. Here's a question for you to try. Please pause the video now and have a go at it, and when you're ready for the answer, press play. Here is the answer. We want to work out how much this car is worth after 3 years. So first of all, after the end of the first year, or at the end of the first year, the car will have depreciated by 18%. So I need to do 0.18 times 12,000. So that is 2,160. I subtract that from 12,000 to get 9,840. So that's how much the car is worth after a year. To work out how much the car is worth at the end of the second year, I need to do 0.18 multiplied by 9,840, which is going to be, 1,000, I don't trust that, let me try it again, 0.18 times 9,840, which is £1,771.20. So then I subtract it from 9,840, which gives me £8,068.80, £8,068.80. And at the end of the third year, the car will have depreciated by, let's work this out, 8,068.80. Which is 1452, and I'm only going to round at the end, 384. Which is 6,616 pounds 42 pence, the two decimal places. So the car is worth £6,616 and 42 pence after 3 years.